Hey guys, Russ here. I'm back with my boy Hendrix. He's been doing pretty well with the recall on the remote. We've been practicing daily. Today I'm going to introduce him to remote collar place, which is going to be very useful for when people come over to the house and for when we're going out places and for when he needs to just learn to relax while things go on around him. So just like with recall, Hendrix already knows place fairly well, but it's all still on leash, keeping the leash on him all the time. So this is going to be taking his place to the next level so that we can start to practice off leash, create more distance, more duration time for him to stay in place in a relaxed position, in a relaxed mindset as well. I'm working him between a 5 and a 6 on the remote collar using the mini educator. I got some treats with me that he loves. He's excited about it. So let's see how he does. So let me just explain what I'm going to do before I actually start. So I'm going to be doing the same idea as the recall. I'm using the continuous button on the remote collar. I'm going to be walking up. I'm going to start from the same direction the whole time. I don't have a lot of space here like you guys already know, so we'll use what we have. But I'm going to be walking up with my button, with my finger on the remote collar. I'm going to press the button, say the word place simultaneously, release the pressure from his neck, releasing the button when all 4 paws are on the mat. Okay? Then I'm mark it with good. We'll give him some treats. Not going to use too much food, but we'll use some food in the beginning. I'm going to start from this side. Now we'll switch it up so you guys can see clearer. I'll do it from the right side. So I'm going to have him pause beforehand so that he's not running to it. So remote collar button, continuous button is what we're using. It's going to be pressure on along with the word place, the paw of place, releasing it when all 4 paws are on the mat, marking it with good. Place. Good. Okay. I like to use the word okay as my release word. You could use the word break. You could use whatever word you're comfortable with. As long as you're consistent with it, doesn't matter what the word is. Place. Good. Okay. Place. What I'm noticing with him, I'm going to give him a treat one last time, but what I'm noticing is the treats are hyping him up more than I'd like. So we're going to not use the treats for right now. So every dog is different. Some dogs you want to be using treats a lot longer into the process. Some dogs, like a dog like Hendrix, we're going to stop using the treats for now because it's kind of being counterproductive, getting him more excited than we want. So place is meant to be a spot of relaxation for a dog, relaxing their body, relaxing their mind, both of them working together, creating that nice cycle of relaxation. So some dogs using treats is going to, like Hendrix right now, is going to be counterproductive as opposed to him learning to relax and settle in there. He's rushing to it, he's jumping on it, and he's getting all excited about it. So we're going to move away from the treats for now and work solely on the pressure on, pressure off that he's learning with his neck. Okay. Good boy. Now one of the important things to notice is that when I'm walking up, even though he knows place, we're acting as if he doesn't know it right now. He only knows place with the prong collar, not yet with the remote. So I'm walking with him, I'm giving him again all the information that I could, so he has all the answers to the big test. So I'm putting the pressure on. I'm not using any prong collar pressure, just using remote pressure. Putting pressure on the remote collar, saying the word place, and walking him onto place. I'm stopping where I want him to stop because his body's going to mirror my body. In a couple of rounds, we'll go to the next step where I'm going to stop going as far with him and start to send him there. Place. Good. Alright, now it's the beginning of it. I don't care if he's laying down, if he's sitting, or even if he's standing. All I'm doing right now is teaching him this perimeter. This means place. And the pressure will be released from your neck when you're on it. Okay. Good boy. Let's go. No. Place. Good. Now you'll notice I'm also stopping him from rushing to it. Just like when a dog kennels up, I don't like when they rush in. I want it all to be permission based, and I want him to be waiting right now from the command matched up with the remote collar pressure. Since part of what we're teaching now is not just place, we're also teaching him how to react to the proper pressure along with what command is being said. Okay. Place. Good. Okay. Good boy. Good. Place. Good. Good boy. Beautiful. Alright, so since he kind of knows what place is already, he's going settling right into down. I'll take it. That's what we want anyways. Good boy. Okay. Place. Good. Good boy. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go. Place. Good. Good boy. Okay. Let's go. Place. Good. Good. Good boy. Beautiful. Alright, now you can start to see he's slowly settling in and relaxing to what's going on. Okay. Place. Good. Beautiful. Good boy. Alright, so I'm releasing the pressure when all four paws are on the mat. He's going into the down on his own. We like that. That's beautiful. That's the end result that we're looking for anyways. Okay. Okay. We'll do a couple more rounds of this one. Let's go. Place. Good. Good boy. Beautiful. Okay. Place. Good. Okay. Good boy. Okay. Place. Good. Good boy. Beautiful. Okay. Place. Good. Good boy. Beautiful. You're a smart boy. Okay. Place. Good. Okay. Place. Good. Good boy. It's good to have a fast learner. Makes things fun. But this is his first time using the remote for place. He's just taking to it beautifully. Okay. Place. Good. Now the next step I'm going to do is when I pause over here, I'm going to say place with the remote, pressure on, but I'm not going to walk up with him. I'm going to have him go on his own. So this is the first step of teaching your dog to be sent there. Now some dogs, you'll want to practice this first step that I did of walking up with them a whole lot longer. Some dogs are going to jump through the steps quicker. Each dog is different. It's important to know your dog or the dog that you're working with. Read them properly, know them properly, so that you're not jumping things too fast. Hendrix is a really fast learner. I know him. He's fast. He's picking up things quickly. He also knows place really well. So we're going to start to bring him up to the next step, which is going to be, again, I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to press the button with the word place, and I'm going to have him go to place without me walking him all the way up to it. So this is the first step of him being learning to be sent to place from a distance. Obviously it's not a big distance, but we start with small steps, and that's how we build on it. Okay, let's go. Good boy. So again, I'm going to walk up. I'm going to pause right in front. Say the word place with the remote collar, pressure on. I'm not going to walk up with him though. I'm going to expect him to go on his own. Place. Good. And release the pressure when all four paws are on. Good. Beautiful. Good. Okay. Good boy. We'll do a couple more reps of this one. Place. Good. Yeah. Okay. Let me move the mat back a little bit. You guys can see more of the walk up. Okay. Alright, so we walk up. I'm going to pause. He's paused next to me. Place. Good. Good boy. Okay. Maybe more, get more of an angle where you can see the dog this time. Place. Good. Now one of the beautiful things of remote collar training like this is we're empowering the dog, because in his mind he's learning how to shut off this pressure on his own neck. Okay? And it's making him think things through, and it's making him feel more of a sense of control over what's going on around him, which is one of the beautiful things that we have with remote collar training. So in Hendrix's mind right now, he's going, what's that feeling? How do I get it off? Oh, Dad said go to place. I go to place, the pressure goes away, and he's starting to learn how to take it off, take that pressure off his neck on his own. So it's a bit of an empowering thing for a lot of dogs, as well as a great training tool. Okay. Place. Good. Beautiful. Good boy. Now I'm very slowly starting to add in the fact that I'm walking around the place and he's staying there. I'm walking past it and he's so beautifully not getting off. Now if the dog were to get off place when I walk over here, he's still in the learning phase, so nothing's going to happen any sort of correction way, but what will happen is I'm going to say the word no, so there's a verbal no. Press the button place with the press the continuous button on the remote. Say the word place again and bring the dog back. So now he's starting to learn. So kind of like the game that a lot of kids are playing out there, hot lava. I want him to start to learn that when I say the word place, the floor becomes the hot lava, pressure on, and this is the safe zone, pressure off. And until you're released, with my word is okay, until you're released, you're going to stay on that mat. And if you're not released, pressure is going to go back on when you hop off. Right? Okay. Good boy. Place. Good. So right there, I don't know if you guys noticed it. Right there I said place. Dog got slightly confused. He was going to go into down on the floor, and I used the leash to guide him. I didn't bring my whole body to guide him in this situation. Had he gone all the way down and stayed in confusion, I would have given him more of the answer and more information and used my body to guide him on. Okay, so again, important to be reading your dog and know who you're dealing with, so you know how much information you need to give them in each situation. Okay. Place. Good. Beautiful. Good boy. What a smart boy you are. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to say place, like what we did the first time, in motion with him though, with the remote collar, and I'm going to continue in motion right past it. If the dog continues in motion with me right past it, then I'm going to, again, pause it and have the dog go back to place. Alright? Let's see how it looks. Place. Good. Right? So this time I'm continuing to walk by. The dog has to stay in place. So I want the dog to learn a couple of things when it comes to place. I want him to learn to be sent there, which is what we started to do when I paused before. I want the dog to also learn to be able to go to place while I walk past him and while people walk past him. So now we have a real situation. Parents coming home, dog has to stay in place. We train in real life situations. Right? I want him to learn in all situations that he stays in place no matter what. So I'm walking by, the natural thing for a dog to do would be to follow me along. Instead, he's going to stay in place because I said the word place and he understands he's got to stay there. Now again, if he were to follow me off, maybe it will happen in the next couple of rounds. I'm going to say the word no, so there's a verbal no. Reapply the pressure and bring him back to place with the word. Okay. Good boy. Let's do a couple more rounds of that. Place. Good. Nope. Place. Good. So there we had it. Dog went off. Said the word no. Reapply the pressure. Say the word place. Brought him back on. Good boy. Beautiful. Okay. Place. Good. Good. And if you guys can see it, he's starting to really learn well. He was going to put a paw up, and he thought about it, and he brought it back on. Okay. Good boy. Yep. Place. Good. Good boy. Beautiful. Okay. Come. Place. Good. Nope. Place. Good. Beautiful. Good boy. Okay. We'll do a couple more rounds and then we're going to let him rest. Place. Good. Again, right now I don't care that the dog is standing up in place. He's still learning. Eventually he's going to go right into that down like he's been doing. Okay. Good boy. Place. Go. Good. Beautiful. Right? We give him a second, he settles right in. Okay. Okay, come. Good. Place. Good. Nope. Place. Good. So timing is important. As soon as his paw touches the floor, I'm reapplying the pressure with the word no, bringing him back to place. Okay? Timing is very important because we want the dog to learn again like that hot lava game that the kids are playing. Excuse me, that the floor is going to be hot, pressure on your neck until I give you the release word from being in place. I'm going to end it for now. He's getting a little tired. I don't want to work him too long. Keep the session short. one thing I just want to go over is there's a couple of things that we work on when it comes to place. There's, again, teaching the perimeter of place, which is what we started with today. There's teaching a dog to be sent there, which was pausing beforehand and teaching him to go on his own. There's starting to create some distance from the dog, which we did very slightly today by walking around him, by walking past him. And then this is going to be the part which I'm not going to put on a whole long YouTube video, but that's duration work, where we're going to start off with 5 minutes at a time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and build on it. During the duration work, we're going to eventually add in distractions, such as doorbell ringing, people coming in and out of the house, other dogs walking by, all sorts of real-life distractions, so the dog learns to stay in place no matter what. This way it can actually be used in real-life situations. If you guys do follow my Instagram, you'll see sometimes I post in my stories my dog's hanging out in place while we're eating dinner together as a family, or breakfast, or whatever I'm doing, and that's them practicing their duration work in a real-life situation during the day. So, distance, duration, teaching the actual place, teaching to go there, these are all very important parts to having that beautiful final picture of a dog relaxing nicely in his bed while life goes on around him. Besides for the practical uses of place, one of the beautiful things that place teaches a dog is to relax their mind, kind of like forced yoga. They're going to a spot where they got to go into their body has to relax, their mind's going to follow through, and eventually they're just totally relaxed no matter what's going on around them. So it's great for anxious dogs. It's great for all dogs, but especially dogs with any sort of anxieties or fear issues, to teach them just to relax and mellow out when you tell them to. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope it was helpful.